Welcome everyone to the final race of the ISCR Cup Series here at Phoenix Raceway. So, yeah, we've finally come to this. 4 drivers have a shot at winning the Cup Series champion, the highest prize of them all. Well, yeah. Misty Kasumi is on pole alongside Carlos Rodriguez. You can already see Ryan Butcher is starting in 3rd. And David Davison starting 11th. Richard Anderson starting 5th. And Brad Cheston starts all the way in 25th place. Alright, getting ready for the race command. Here it is.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there is the command. Fire engines. And the field is rolling off. So Ryan Butcher, yesterday he won the Goodyear National Series, trying to make super history today if he can, by winning 2 championships on the same race weekend. Has never been done, usually because I've stopped doing multiple series at once, for the most part. Starting to get back into it. Pace car is in. Here we go. We saw how crazy the national race was. Could we see the same here in the Cup? I think so. Getting ready. Coming into the restart zone. Still waiting. Now the green flag is out. We're underway for the final race of the season. Down to the dog leg they go. Ryan Butcher in the 13 already to the inside. Anderson in the 14 also on the inside. 3 wide for the race lead. Contact a little bit between the 3 and the 22. The 9 nearly gets turned. Ryan Butcher has the lead. And he is clear, and he's going to lead the first lap. Caution flag is already out. And Ryan Butcher's our leader. Let's take a look at the replay. Yep, you can already see we're on Brad Cheston here. They're 5 wide. Look at this. 5 wide. However, it wasn't as big as we would have thought. First it was a 96 to 51. Trying to get an angle here. And again, Brad Cheston bounces off Raven Fisher, but then the 96 just pounds the inside wall. Yeah, not a huge wreck. Brad Cheston, very light damage. He's alright. Should be alright. Right on board, look at him, he's in the middle. That's the worst thing you could see right here. Yeah, you're running for a championship, there are 5 wide on you, you're in the middle. I mean, it's almost guaranteed you're going to wreck. He's got some damage on the left side. A little bit on the right side too, but a little bit more on the left. The 96, Patrick Mio, he hit the wall here pretty hard. And his day is already done, only 1 lap in. Not even 1 lap. Well, he was able to complete it before coming down pit road. He didn't need to be towed back. Not the way you want to end the season, of course. But someone's got to finish last. First caution of the day, we'll take you back to the restart. Getting ready to go green. So, you already know, Patrick Mew out of the race. 39 cars remain on the racetrack. So Ryan Butcher out in front. Richard Anderson in the 14 in 2nd. The 3rd place car, David Davison, is at 11th. So we're not gonna get a winless champion this season, like last year, or the last season and the season before that. So the streak has been broken. A very small streak, only 2 seasons. And the green flag is out. We're back underway. Great restart for Ryan Butcher. Misty Kasumi, is she gonna make a pass? Yes, she is. Side by side in turn 1. Blake Peters in the 10 in 4th place. Okay, let's gets really close to his teammate. He looks to the inside, and there he goes. Into 3. No team orders. There shouldn't be any. There's the one of David Davison trying to get into the top 10. Who is the dark horse, you would say? Well, looking at the stats, I believe Ryan Butcher would be the dark horse. He's got the least amount of top 5s and the least amount of top 10s. He has 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s. His average finish, again, is the worst out of all 4, just like in the National Series. He had the worst average finish, but he came out on top. Could that be the case today? Well, we don't know. Till the checkered flag comes out. A 19.00. The best average finish is David Davison, a 16.18. He's got the most top 5s, but the second most top 10s. 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Ryan Butcher runs a little high here through 1 and 2. Doesn't look like he's lost any ground though. David Davison's up to 9th place now. Anderson trying to retake 4th. Anderson has had a pretty wild season. Yeah, it's from the Daytona 500 to a couple more races somewhere in the middle. He could have won 5 races, including the 500. But man, he got screwed out big time. But now he's in contention of a championship, and that would just be redemption completely. Well, maybe not for the 500, because that's a big race, but the championship is a lot bigger. Misty Kasumi and Blake Peters able to catch up to Ryan Butcher, but a better corner by the 13 car through 1 and 2. But here comes Peters looking inside for the race, not the race lead, but for second. Still there inside. Through turn 4. Down to the dog leg. Takes it a little bit lower. She'll hang on. But Peters will try to get... Still trying to get second on the low side. On the back bumper again. Blake Peters has not won a race in both series. Got into the playoffs in both series, but has not scored a win yet. Here he goes. Now he's fully on the inside, trying to make the pass. Remember, playoff drivers will not get stage points or get any bonus points for leading any laps. It's just whoever finishes ahead. That's it. Anderson has pulled away big time from Rodriguez. He's closing in on those two, mainly because they're drag racing. David Davison has fallen back out of the top 10. He's currently 12th. Brad Cheston, has he made any gains here? No, he's still sticking in 38th place. Oh, trouble. Nick Kennedy gone around. 88, big contact. Oh, no, on the inside. Trying to squeeze through. Oh, that's pretty noticeable. John Smithwood's car is destroyed. Trevor Collins and Nick Kennedy. And we're on the yellow for the second time. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. Oh, teammates got together. Nick Kennedy and Joe Monroe coming off turn 2. Joe Monroe trying to tuck in behind the 27, but he ends up hooking his teammate, Nick Kennedy, hitting the inside wall, locking up the brakes. The 88 still plowing into him yet. It's too much. Chris Kyle, John Smith, what we see. Kip Silver Point. Then we see the 66 trying to push his way through. Fisher was able to get by, but yeah, not Cheston there. Wide Claw's got some damage too. These 3 cars unable to drive back. And not the end Nick Kennedy wanted after having such a good season. It's right on board with him. He pounds the inside wall pretty hard. Bounces back into traffic. Not much you can do. Just hold on to the brakes, hoping the impact won't be as big. Maybe. Like, went straight into the outside wall, looks like. But yeah, both cars, 3 cars destroyed. Collins and the 21. Is he stopped actually? think he just stopped. Yeah, he just stopped. He didn't really get into the wreck. He was just right behind him. Okay, so only 2 cars. Well, I guess if you can't, 2 cars need to be towed back. Smith will drive it back to pit stall. A lot of damage on Chris Cow's car. What a tough season for the season 10 champ. He'll end the season off and with only 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s. Definitely not the way you want it. The 88 team, yeah, they're done. 33rd, entering this race. Probably going to go even lower. So that's our second yellow today. We'll take you back to the restart. Getting ready to go green. 35 cars remain on the racetrack now. So on these restarts, this is the best place, best time to pick up spots. Everyone all bunched up back together. David Davison still in 12th place, Anderson 4th, and Ryan Butcher leader. Brad Cheston's all the way back here in the 31st. He did not pit to make repairs. He wouldn't lose much if he did, so I don't know why they wouldn't have pit. They should have pit. It may not be a super speedway, but we still get some speed here at the Phoenix Raceway. So, yeah, green flag. We're back on our way. Mr. Kasumi with a really good restart. Peters, well, not the worst. And here comes Anderson. Misty trying to go through the middle. There's no room to do that. Here comes Peters on the inside. For the race lead, side by side. That'll help the 14. Outbox Ryan Butcher on the outside line. Here comes Rodriguez in 5th. And Nathan Norman in the 3. Who almost won the national championship until he got caught up in the late race wreck. Now just trying to get a win in the Cup Series, which he has yet to do. That is his last chance, at least for this season. Here comes Anderson. Peters goes really high. Gives the lead to his teammate. Rodriguez, oh, trouble! Orman's around, Misty's around. And we're on the yellow for the 3rd time. And it'll be Richard Anderson. He will take the caution flag. Alright. Yellow is out. We'll take a look at the replay. So Misty Kasumi and Nathan Orman battle for 5th. Orman gets into the back, coming off turn 2. Spins her out. And he also got hit by Ryan Pitchard in the 42. That's what sent him sideways. Got quite a bit of damage at the back end. And oh, the 18 of Michael Brown going upside down. I think that was the 1 car that got into him as they all pile in. See Casey Nanico, Nathan Orman. Oh, Blaze Ebertar hard. Impact Cheston. He gets tagged on the right side of the car. Noel Holiday in the 32. Oh, more damage. White Cole sneaks through the middle. Gives several point. Oh, just missed Noel Holiday. Collins. A lot of damage. Kenny Johnson. Blaze Ebertar is out. Not as big as the first event. But yeah, that was pretty big. Watch Michael Brown in the 18. Now, he looks like he's going to finish last for sure in the points. At the end of this season, on his roof. Yeah, he got into the 0-0. Yeah, and that's the 1 car, David Davison, flipping him over. Man, Michael Brown is no break at all. And see Bouchard in the 48. So that's what happened the Holiday. Kenny Johnson getting into his teammate there. While upside down. Casey Nanico in the 62. Got a piece of debris flying. Michael Brown able to get back on all 4 wheels at least. But man, what a horrible, horrible season for Michael Brown. Just absolutely terrible. Only once he's finished in the top 5. He goes up, and 4 times he's finished in the top 10. Out of the 34 races that we're trying to get on board with Kenny Johnson here. Right into the nose. There's the 8 car again you saw. Into the 15. So his car definitely out. Or destroyed. Justin again. Yeah, putting for more damage to that race car. So our 3rd yellow of the day. We'll take you back to the restart. So we're coming to the green here. Carter Joey in the 12. Now 1 lap down. He'll restart on the inside. David Davison and Brad Cheston, they both made stops. Yeah, that David Davison, you know, even though cosmetically he doesn't look as bad. But he did hit Michael Brown pretty hard. Hard enough to flip him over, and it wasn't like a slow roll. He launched that 18 car quite a bit. Or, okay, maybe not quite a bit, but he was able to get some air there. So, okay, here we go. Carter Joey in a 12 on the inside. Will this affect the leader? Can he stay with the leader? He might be able to. Does the chat box tell us anything, or did he just pit? Chat box does not tell us anything. He didn't have a mechanical failure. I did not see him wreck. But we'll see on this restart. Here we go. Green flag. Alright, very even restart. But you have the inside line, and I'll allow Rodriguez in the 19 to take advantage and go to the inside. Rodriguez 13th in points as they go 3 wide. Trying to at least finish top 10 in points. That's the goal for the rest of the drivers, get top 10. Anderson still has the lead, but not for long. Here comes Rodriguez, here comes Ryan Butcher. Back out on top in the championship. Looks like it'll just be down to these two, Anderson and Butcher. Rodriguez having 2 wins this season, now going for his 3rd. Surprising that he got eliminated in the first round. Yeah, he isn't doing that well. Oh, whoa, hang on there. Anderson into his teammate, almost wrecked. But anyways, back to Rodriguez. Yeah, he had a good regular season, picking up 2 wins, but in the playoffs he did not show up at all. He did get caught up in some wrecks, so you gotta factor that too. But yep, he was the one of the 4 to get eliminated, as well as Tony Green, his teammate, who also had a good regular season, but started to fall off near the end. Still had enough to make it into the playoffs, but then just couldn't do it. Almost to the stage here. 3 laps to go. Oh, Al Legacy nearly gets turned by Noodles in the 22. That was a close call. So back here we see the 1. He's going 29th. Now he is last. Brad Cheston in a 66. He is 28th. He is 3rd. So as long as nothing goes wrong with these two, looks like it's going to be either Ryan Butcher or Richard Anderson, and he turns his teammate into the wall, bringing out the yellow, and oh, this is going to be really close. Oh, that is not good. Well, we're just 1 lap away from the stage, so we'll do that first. So it looks like it's going to be Rodriguez, Ryan Butcher, but he will not score points, will not carry over to the next position. So Anderson will, or not Anderson, same thing. Carter Joey, no, he's a lap down. So Al Legacy, Joe Monroe, Travis Chavin, Noodles, Pitchard, Green, and Lopez. So those are your top 10, the stage results, it looks like. Here they come. And Rodriguez will pick up the 10 points. That'll help him get into the top 10. If he finishes good. But alright, so let's take a look at the replay. So Blake Peters, well, he will not win. He'll go winless in both series. His teammate Anderson, yeah, that could have been a misjudgment right there, as we've seen before earlier in the race. Denkard takes a hard hit on the inside wall, and luckily no one else was involved. Look at how close. 43. Then how did the 11? The 11, the 95. How did they make it? The 37 and the 4. I don't know how. Probably like millimeters away. We're on the board with Anderson here. Tough for Blake Peters, you know. Able to get in by consistency. And he almost was part of the championship 4, but got caught up in an early wreck at Rockingham. He could have been the big underdog, because he only has 2 top 5s, but 10 top 10s, but only 2 top 5s. A 19.61, so he would have had the worst average finish if he made it into the championship 4. But that could have changed either way. But I think he still would have had the worst. But still would have been a contender. Alright, so we'll take you back to the restart. Pace cars already headed in. 29 cars are left on the racetrack. Here we go. Alright, green flag, we're back underway. Now let's save Ron Butcher and Anderson Wreck, as he's now going for the race lead down to the inside. The one of David Davison has a lot more damage. 4 wide here. Oh, hang on. I don't know if they're going to hang on here. Oh, here we go. Green, Chapman, Orman, and plenty others. Big wreck once again on the back straightaway. Oh, it's going to even put even more. And Silver Point upside down. Who got the lead? Ryan Butcher did. And looks like Carter Joey got that lap back. Alright. Very nice. We'll take a look at the replay. Man, these guys are going at it. Look at how far Ryan Pitchard is. So far on the bottom, but these three, they decide to fight for the outside line. And that's what caused the wreck. Because you see Joe Monroe and Chapman, they're already sideways. And then Green comes along. He doesn't know, he gets doored. Both of them into the wall. Nathan Norman into 3, who is still running top 15 there with a damaged race car. Collects the 9, the 21, 41, 62, 24, 38, then the 00, the 20, the 52. And then the 1 and the 66, but the 1, he tried to sneak his way, trying to get out ahead, but it did not work. Silver Point, the second car upside down today. Then, backs right into the 1 car. Don't retire from the race just yet. That would be crazy if the 1 of David Davison were to win this. Because, well, yeah, he's at the back. He's trailing. As well as Ryan Butcher in yesterday's national race. And he ends up winning the championship. And they're the same number. And that also happened to Auto Club. Auto Club Ryan Butcher won the national race. And David Davison won the Cup race. Obviously not the recent Auto Club race. The first event. That'd be some weird shit if that happened today. Really. We'll take you back to the restart. Here we go, getting ready to go green. 20 cars now remain on the racetrack, and well, looks like that's not going to happen. David Davison is out, and he's out of the championship hunt. Or whatever. So there is only 3 left. So I guess the crazy thing won't happen today. Here we go. There's Brad Cheston in a 66 with no hood and nose. He's 15th now. But even though he's that high in the race as of now, doesn't matter. He hit those 2 cars up in front are still up front or ahead of him. Doesn't matter where he finishes, as long as he finishes ahead of the other 2. Doesn't matter if he finished top 10 today. If he doesn't get that championship, as we're back underway. Rodriguez with a really good restart. Anderson did not get going. Here comes Rodriguez, looking peeking to the inside. And now he fully goes. Trying to get his 3rd win of the season. Be a great way to do it. He'll tie Nick Kennedy for the most wins. Crazy enough, both of them are below top 10. Kennedy is 15th in points. Looks like that's where he will finish. At the line, that would be Rodriguez. That was really close. Now Legacy in the 34 swept the Talladega races this season. Currently running in 3rd, showing that he's not just a plate racer. Obvious joke, but yeah. Winning only at Talladega. So 3 Fords. Yeah, we're able to get, so 3 out of the 4 plate tracks were won by Ford. And Kennedy taking the Daytona 500 in his Chevy. Again, could have been Richard Anderson. The last time Ford won the 500 was in Season 3. Really long time ago. I didn't even do commentary on my races back in Season 3. That's how long it was. Crazy to think, but yeah. Anderson in the 14 trying to hang on, or no, he's trying to get a spot, hanging on the low side. Big lead for Rodriguez. Probably 4/10. Or, almost. So from the 19 car to the 6 car, 20, or why did I say 24? 10 cars. Look to be fast enough, and oh no, never mind. Oh my god, Joe Monroe, big. The 4 car. Oh no, Wyatt Quall is gonna plow into him. More involved, it looks like another car. And 3 cars upside down. And we're on the yellow once again. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. Oh, Joe Monroe. He ends up getting dumped by Ryan Pitchard. Joe Monroe, the highest non-playoff driver. So he's currently 17th in points. And looks like he was on his way to another top 10 finish. And he goes upside down, the 4 nearly also going upside down. Just a violent wreck in general. 4 car just winning at Rockingham, picking up his 2nd win. Look at this. And he went over again too. Basically just bounced. Then Wyatt Quall on the 38. Where to go, where to go. He goes to the low side, but he still just pounded that 4 car. Look at that. Just ripped the quarter panel right off. Was there a 4th car? I heard someone get a little bit of damage. No, I don't think so. No. Take a look at this again. Rod on board with the 38 of Wyatt Quall. 4 stopped. He did not back up. If Wyatt Quall slowed down a little bit more, he would have made it through no problem. But he didn't. So that's it for the 38, the 4, and the 77. We'll take you back to the restart. Lights are out, getting ready to go green. 17 cars now remain on the racetrack. So now there's less than half. A lot of damaged race cars up in the top 10. They've been slowly wrecking out. We haven't had a super big one like we did in the first event. Remember that one in turn 3? My god, they couldn't stop piling into each other, like 5 cars upside down in one wreck. Which isn't uncommon. Well, it is actually. But at a track like Phoenix, that's insanity. Great restart for Ryan Butcher, but does he make a pass? Does he even look? Yes, he does. Anderson trying to make a pass as well, but Lopez is on his inside. Noodles in the 22. I think he's jumped up to 5th in points, and Rodriguez with a big crossover move to the inside, looking to retake the lead. It's all on his mind now. Just win the race. And he is clear. Butcher takes it in hard. 4 wide back there. 4 wide. Keep it straight. Keep it steady. Ryan Pitcher just slides up. Big push from Anderson. Able to cut down and shut the door on Derek Edison. And down to the inside he goes. Through the dogleg. Al Legacy's picked up another spot. He's up to 2nd. Can he get his 3rd win? Despite his 2 wins, both at Talladega, he sits 31st in points. He is the lowest. But not only just a win, but with 2 wins, and he is the lowest. Curling in 2nd. Fell back a little bit. Well, a little too high there. Just realized it was 10 laps to go. Anderson in the 14 is in 5th. Butcher is 3rd. Only 1 car separates them. If Lopez can get to the inside, oh, you know it's go time, or not go time. What am I saying? Lopez a little bit too high. That's gonna allow Anderson to open the door, or not Anderson to take it, or Lopez open the door. I don't know, I got that mixed up. He's all over him. Might get him here in 3. Lopez again goes high. I think he's going to give way to Anderson. Let him race it out. But they go side by side here. You know what's gonna happen. Still side by side, still can't clear him. Slowed him down even more. Six to go. Anderson is finally clear. Well, he's got some ground to make up. So if you're Ryan Butcher, what do? Do you stay in third so you don't get side by side for Legacy? Or do you just go for it and try to get away? Or try to get away from Anderson? It's a tough one. They both can work, but they can both fail at the same time. So it looks like Al Legacy is he got a better run there. I'll keep the 13 Orion Butcher in third, single file. Well, I don't think Anderson needs to. He has a fast race car, really fast race car. He has closed the gap, even closed the gap on the leader, just over a second. Legacy runs a little higher, but it's not slowing him down. Or maybe it did, because Ryan Butcher's all over the back bumper now. They are closing on Rodriguez too. I heard a spin. Did I? Or am I just hearing things? Yeah, I'm hearing things. Taking the higher line. Coming to 3 laps to go. Will it be super history for Ryan Butcher, or will Richard Anderson get it? No, he dove it in there pretty as hard as he could. Looks like that wasn't a good idea. Lost a little bit of ground. Focusing on the championship contenders. Approaching the 2 laps to go. One spot separates them. Rodriguez with a pretty good lead, half a second. Almost there. Anderson trying to switch lanes, trying to figure something out. Now it looks like he was closing, but he fell back again. White flag is out one more time around here at Phoenix. Rodriguez with over a half a second lead. As long as nothing goes wrong, those two we're not going to worry about. Here we come. Through turn 2. Anderson doing everything he can. He has closed in a little bit. Noodles back there up in smoke. Coming to the checkered flag. Here they come. Anderson is there. Ryan Butcher goes high. Rodriguez wins, but Ryan Butcher is going to win the Cup Championship. And he has done it. He has done it. Super history. Super history right there. No one has ever swept a race weekend. But Ryan Butcher has swept the championship weekend, I guess. And Rodriguez picks up win number 3, so that ties Nick Kennedy with the most wins this season. So he won't get that award. Well, they have to share the award, I guess. Al Legacy 2nd. Anderson 4th. Who got 5th? Oh, Lopez. And Ryan Butcher at 6th. Let's take a look at the full race results now. Well, how about that? So Rodriguez in a 19 car, he was able to score to win, getting his 3rd. And he was able to, over a half a second, 6/10, almost 7/10. So he had a 19 car, he was able to pull away Al Legacy, almost getting his 3rd win of the season. Yeah, that would have been kind of crazy if he did, because, you know, he would have been the lowest. But Patrick Mew not too far from him, so I think Patrick Mew would, he would now be the lowest with a victory. And Ryan Butcher almost gave it away in the last 2 turns. He went high. Anderson, he just dove it down to the inside as hard as he could. But it was oh so close, but yet so far away. Anthony Lopez 5th, Ryan Butcher 6th, Edison 7th, Chavin 8th. So he was able to at least get a top 10 after wrecking out. Or not wrecking out, but after wrecking hard. Mitchell Collins 9th, and Dexter Black 10th. 17 cars finished the race. Noodles was able to finish the race on pit road after going up in smoke. Don't know what happened there. Here it is, the rest of the race results. And we gotta see that again. So 22. Did I see smoke, or was I just seeing things? Oh yeah, I did see smoke, but I don't see anything in the chat box. That's probably just gonna say engine, anyways. But yeah, there we go. It's alright, doesn't matter really. So here's that finish again. Look at how close Anderson gets. Because Ryan Butcher went high. I don't know why he went high for. I guess he thought Anderson was going to dive it down there into turn 3, wrecking him out. And look. He's closed the gap. Butcher goes high. Anderson is there on the inside. See, Anderson drifts up the racetrack a little bit too. If he stayed to the low side, would he be... even if he did, I don't think so. But man, that was close. That was close. I think that was our closest. Probably the closest we've gotten for the Cup Championship. Last season, 3 out of the 4 wreck. And that was pretty said and done. Midway from the race. Today, only one car... one car retired from the race. That was David Davison. Brad Chesson got caught up in a few wrecks. Pretty much he was a non-threat for the championship all race long. But right there, Ryan Butcher wins it by 1 position, finishing in 3rd. So yeah, it wasn't like an anticlimactic championship run like yesterday's Nationals race, which I think, of course, is a very good thing. We can't always get that, but I'm glad we got it today. It was crazy in some ways. It looks like Butcher was gonna get it for sure, but it looks like, is he actually gonna choke this one away? Luckily he didn't, but he almost did. He came very close. Very, very close. And this was just a little bit closer. He got a good run off turn 2, got down to the back straight away. He already had a good run there. And he put himself in a okay to good position, or somewhere in between, satisfactory or something like that. So if Ryan Butcher were to make a mistake, he would be close enough to make the pass, and he did, but he didn't make that big of a mistake. And couldn't quite seal it. So there you have it for the final race of the season. Ryan Butcher is your champion, and already a 2-time ISCR champion. Super history right there. Carlos Rodriguez is today's race winner. We'll now take you to victory lane. So there you have it, the official point standings after the last race at Phoenix. So 34 races have been completed. It's I think it was the 3rd time that we had less than the usual or the regular 36 race season. But things change and whatnot. But that's not really important right now. But yeah, Ryan Butcher, he did it. Super history, as I mentioned a gazillion times. No one has ever swept the race weekend, and sure as hell no one's ever swept the championship weekend until today. Ryan Butcher will take home 2 pieces of hardware home. He ends the season off with 1 win, 5 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. And there's Richard Anderson finishing in 2nd, 1.1 position. Oh, so close. And again, Anderson falls short, but it was still a good run. And after the seasons he's had, could have been a 5-time winner, or maybe that's a little too much, but he should have had a little bit more than 2, maybe 3 to 4, could be 5. But 2nd place for Richard Anderson, 2 wins, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s. His average number was a 17.188. Brad Cheston could not get his 5th championship. He finishes 3rd, ends off the season with 2 wins, 5 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. And he has the best average finish out of anyone, a 16.29. David Davison retired from the race, finished 24th, I think. He finishes last out of the championship 4, so 4th either way, finishing top 5 in points. Still a pretty good feat. So with 1 win, 7 top 5s, the most, and 10 top 10s, tied with the second most. And Noodles was able to finish 5th in points. Still stayed in 5th at the reset. Did not post a screenshot of the after the reset. Didn't think it was that important, but yeah, Noodles, he ends up going to 5th after the reset. So with 2 wins, 5 top 5s, and 8 top 10s. So overall, pretty good season. Rodriguez getting his 3rd win of the season. He gained 5 spots, so he was still below top 10 in points after the reset, but he was able to win the race, gained 5 spots, finished 6th in points, and getting that top 10 points finish, tied with the most. 6 top 5s and 11 top 10s. Kenny Johnson finishes 7th, losing 1 spot. He has a win, 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Jordan Newman finishing 8th in points with 2 wins, 7 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Carter Joey finishing in 9th with 1 victory, 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s. And Derek Edison finishes 10th with no wins, but 3 top 5s and 10 top 10s. A 19.2 was his average finish. So Edison able to manage to squeeze in, get into the top 10 in points. He has no wins at all, and he's still able to do it there. Derek Edison. He hasn't really been contending for wins in this series, but he still made it into the playoffs. Still got top 10 in points, which is probably more than they were expected, because the Roush team, they didn't really perform as well, I don't think. But still did it. So, and being the highest finisher with 0 wins, which is somewhat uncommon in the ISCR. Happened in the Nationals. Trey Wright, no wins, and look where he finished. As Stepan Oaks finished 11th. He got that 1 win at that crazy Michigan race. 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Tony Green finishing 12th. He lost 2 spots, 2 wins, 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Blake Peter, the second highest without a victory, finished 13th. He still gained a spot despite getting taken out, with the least amount of top 5s in the playoffs with 2, but 10 top 10s. Nick Kennedy, this would have stung, but he's got 3 wins as well. Looks like he was going to win that award with the most wins, but looks like Rodriguez will also take it with 9 top 5s and 13 top 10s. So no driver got into the double digits when it came to top 5 finishes. But look at his average finish, a 19.29. He did get caught up in quite a bit of wrecks during the playoffs, so he ended up falling all the way down to 14th place. Clifford Smithwood, probably one of the biggest underdogs, finished 15th in points with no wins, 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s. A 20.38 is his average finish. And Casey Nanico finishes last in the playoffs with no wins, 5 top 5s and 12 top 10s, tied with the most with Brad Cheston. A 19.79 was his average finish. For the rest, Joe Monroe, he is the highest out of them all with 2 wins. Dexter Black finishing 18th with the victory. Trevor Collins finishes 19th with 2 victories. No change for those 3. Chapman gained a spot. He got no wins. He got 10 top 10s this season. Mitchell Collins, 21st with the victory. Blaze Zivitar losing 2. 22nd, 2 victories. Lucas, 23rd with 2 wins. Fisher, the 24th, no win. Mr. Kasumi, 25th, no wins. Al Legacy gained 5 spots, so he does not become the lowest scoring driver with the victory, with 2 victories. 26th, Lightning Blaze dropped to 27th, no wins. Bouchard, 28th. John Smithwood, 29th. And Clifford Smithwood, 30th. I just realized I think I mixed up Clifford Smithwood and John Smithwood, but I don't think I mentioned that, but whatever. George O.T., 30th, no wins. Wyatt Quall, 31st. Patrick Mew, he is the lowest score driver with the victory. He's 32nd. The 88 team, 33rd. Gowland, or I'm probably saying the name wrong all this time, but Nathan Norman, 34th in points, but he got 10 top 10s, but 22.62 was his average finish. Lopez gained 2 spots. He finished 35th. Kip Silverpoint, 36th. Noel Holiday, 37th. Chris Kyle, 38th. Ryan Pitcher, 39th. And Michael Brown, the worst season the worst stats of them all, finishing last with no wins, one top 5, 4 top 10. So 2 drivers, Chris Kyle and Michael Brown, they're the only 2. They only score 1 top 5, but at least they're able to get at least 1. Alright, let's take a look at the full statistics. As always, overtime finishes screws all the numbers up. Not that it matters, because I don't think anyone cares about these, like LOC, percent laps led, whatever, who cares. Points breakdown, I guess, yeah, that's accurate, but whatever. Still, so starts are all alphabetical order, because I think, yeah, because everyone's a full-time driver. Most wins, we already know, Rodriguez and Kennedy with 3, Legacy, Blaise Zubatar, Brad Chesson with 2, and the others with 2, as it's alphabetical order again. Most top 5s was by Nick Kennedy with 9, Dexter Black with 8, David Davison, Jordan Newman, and Kenny Johnson with 7. Most top 10s is by Nick Kennedy again with 13, Brad Chesson with 12, as well as Casey Nanico, Rodriguez and Dexter Black with 11. Most poles, you know that's all screwed up. Most laps also. Lead laps led is Mitchell Collins, 120 laps led by that 2 team, and came with only 1 win. After his teammate Carter Joey, who is second highest in the laps led, had a mechanical failure in Martinsville with 117 laps led. Georgia with 110, and he finished so low he didn't even get a win. Kenny Johnson led 98, and Joe Monroe led 93. All 5 of those drivers who led the most laps, none of them were in the playoffs. Most miles, same thing. Overtime messes up the numbers. General stats, the fastest ever is at Atlanta. Blaise Zubatar was a winner, but that was overtime, so that could have played a factor as well. Martinsville was the slowest average, no surprise there, and Richard Collins was the winner, 57.666. Biggest margin was at Michigan, a 6.5 seconds was a margin of victory, because was it Lopez who had the pit when he was battling with Oaks? Closest margin was at Atlanta, that photo finish, I think it was 2 1,000ths of a second, Blaise Zubatar versus Misty Kasumi. Fastest pole was at ISM Raceway, or Phoenix Raceway. Misty Kasumi was the pole sitter, 24.961. Slowest pole was at Talladega. Rodriguez was the pole sitter, 48.598. Most leaders was at Daytona. That was the 500 with 34. And the most leaders as well, same race, the 500. Martinsville with the most yellow with 11. The most cars running was at Auto Club Speedway. Yeah, I think that was the first Auto Club event, and the most DNS was at Michigan, 32. So that concludes Season 14 of the ISCR Cup Series. Another season in the books, and a new champion has been crowned. Hope you enjoyed this season. As always, it had the usuals, the craziness, the boringness, the wackiest, and the regular races, as it is for pretty much almost every series. But yes, so coming up, we might get ourselves a coming up. Actually, I wouldn't. I don't want to say anything now. I don't want to confirm anything, because I could change it. Depends. I don't know what I feel like doing. But yeah, so the top 3. So we did Trucks, National, and Cup. Got it all this year in 2020. And yeah, I think that is it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And hope to see you in the next series.